You should pull the fucking trigger.
Pull the trigger. Ain't nobody gonna do for you.
And what is going on, guys? This is Shady here, bringing you back a new video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Halo Wars 2, my strategies, my tips and stuff. And so basically, I start the game off by building generators and supplies. That's what you always want to start out with. I start out with like 2 of each, I think, 2 generators and 2 supplies. And then I build some barracks and an armory too. I'm not sure if I can fit an armory, but I build it eventually. And then you're gonna see like these type of like power supplies out in the distance, and you should send your Marines or your Covenant, your Grunt Squad or whatever, send them out to collect them. They're basically resources, free resources. You know, who doesn't love that? So, you know, what I always do is I first start doing that, and then I check what my ally's doing. If I'm not playing with a friend, like this guy didn't have a mic, so I was just checking to make sure what he was doing, trying to like make a coordinated attack later on in the game. And by the way, this game glitches out towards the end, and it says we got defeated, but we actually didn't. I don't know what happened, but hopefully we'll get to that. I mean, the gameplay is 23 minutes long, and I'm not planning on talking for 23 minutes long, but I'll just probably cut it to like interesting stuff, you know, highlights and stuff. But so yeah, so that's when I start off doing that. And while like I'm watching this gameplay too with you guys, so it's not really like I'm not really reading off anything. So while like I'm getting to an interesting part, oh yeah, you should always upgrade your stuff. So while I'm talking about that, I'm gonna give my opinions on the game. So basically, the game's been out for like a week, I guess, and it got extended. It was supposed to end yesterday, June 20th, but it got extended for 2 days. So that's really dope, because you know I'm actually having fun with the beta. I still haven't ranked though. I've only played I think like 5 matches. I think you need 10 to rank in Halo 5. So I just need like 3 more matches to go, or 4, in order to get placed in a rank. Oh yeah, also make sure to like go out and get like these little bases before the enemy does. Always make sure to get as many bases before your enemy does, because that's just free resources. Or like what I do usually is I built like a secondary base, and in that base I filled it with a bunch of generators and supply pads. But I have like I upgrade the base, and then I get like garage and air pads, so I can like build an army there too. So first I make my first army, and then after that, like I get like reinforcements, so to say, there. So if I start making them go into battle, they'll like, you know, I'll have backup and stuff. And also, snipers in this game are incredibly effective, guys. Like, they're so strong. Um, yeah, but anyway, so yeah, so this game. Oh yeah, this guy just came out of nowhere, and I wasn't expecting him, because usually it's only 3 minutes into the match, and usually people don't rush, because my strategy, guys, like tip 101 from Shady, always rush. I figured out the hard way. Okay, so last night or 2 days ago, I was playing with a friend TJ. TJ, if you're watching this, you're awesome, man. So we were playing Halo Wars 2, and we were kind of like, we were game prepared. We literally 20 minutes into the match, none of us like. It was a 2v2, obviously. None of the other players made any moves to attack, and we didn't attack. And I was telling TJ, I was like, maybe we should attack, maybe we should rush them. And then he's like, nah, let's just wait till they do something. And you know, yeah, he's like, let's just wait till they do something, and if they do, then we'll counterattack it and then attack them. So that was supposed to be the plan. So I had like 3 bases set up or something, and out of nowhere, like I had an army. I had an army like on like standby just in case they attacked. So I was ready. I had my 80 units full and stuff. So while they were they started attacking one of my bases, and I was like, oh crap, they're attacking me, right? And so I started going, and they came at me with everything, because I was a UNSC faction, and TJ was a Covenant faction, and then the other team was the same. It was a Covenant and the UNSC faction, but I was getting attacked by the Covenant one, and the guy was just wrecking me. Like he was destroying my base with his commander power, like his I don't know how they're like, it's like the Covenant version of the Mac blast, and he was bringing out hunters and a bunch of brutes and stuff, and banshees, and I had everything. I had like vultures, I had scorpions, at the Kodiak, I think, and I had a lot of stuff too, and I ended up winning the fight, but it came at a cost, because my buildings were mostly destroyed. Like they were not destroyed, but like they were on low health. And oh yeah, here I'm just checking out what the guy has. So yeah, so they were on low health, and like I was like, man. So then I got, because I was a UNSC, so I got like because I had like 4 commander points because I didn't use them. Like right now I'm using 2 of them. I always make sure to get the Mac Blast first. Um, so yeah, so I got the medic one, or the medic evac or something, and I started repairing some buildings, and I started building up my army again. So I was like, all right, TJ, now we're gonna go attack them. So that was supposed to be the plan. And the base I got attacked was like in this map. It's like in the middle, like the bridge kind of area. That base around there. Yeah, that's the one that I had. They started attacking first. So yeah, so we started building up an army, and just when TJ wanted to go first, so he was like kind of scouting the area, and just when he was about to leave, and just when I was about to get ready to attack, they came at me again. And with this time I couldn't repel the attack. Actually I did. Never mind. So like I repelled the attack, but I lost like 60 units out of my 80. Like the rest of them were all injured and stuff. Oh, this is, yeah. I was not expecting my ally to rush them like that. I was actually surprised he did. Um, but yeah. Oh yeah, grenades are really good too. But I really hope it's not delayed. By the way, guys, if it is delayed, I'm very sorry. I'm gonna fix it in the editing, obviously. But what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, so they came at me again. I lost all my units, and this time my base was nearly destroyed. And it wasn't even that long since I repaired it, so I couldn't really use my commander points anymore, my commander power to repair one of the buildings or anything. So I just had to wait and wait, and then I started building up my army again. And then this time, before I was even ready, they came at me again, and they destroyed the base. And then they ended up taking over the base. Like it was there's like 2 bases, and like the middle point where I'm talking about, like one in the middle is like the main base, and then like on the left side it's kind of like a mini base, like the one stop base. And the one stop base was the one they took and destroyed. And I was like, oh no, this is not gonna happen. So I built up my army really fast, like just a bunch of scorpions. I went over there and I took it again. And then later on they came at me again and destroyed me. And so basically it was kind of, that base was fought over back and forth between me and him. And TJ was helping me out. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have lost. But he was helping me out. And then his other ally wasn't attacking TJ either, and he wasn't attacking me, so he was getting prepared. And we didn't know it at the time, but he was really getting prepared. But so yeah, so like because of this constant back and forth between him attacking my base, I could not go attacking, because my plan was initial plan was to go around the map and attack the ally that wasn't attacking me. Like I was gonna attack the UNSC faction, and TJ was gonna take care of the Covenant faction. But because we waited too long till they attacked first, I could not do it because I was on the defensive side. I could not go over to their territory and fight them. I had to wait till they came at me, basically, because my base was defenseless and I could not move an army because I knew they had an army coming towards my base. So I just had to prepare my army again. So I got it up to 80, and then they came at me again. So it was basically what me and TJ called that base was no man's land. Basically because nobody could take that base. Like, he came at me and destroyed it. He took it for like a couple minutes. I came back. I took it. It was just back and forth, back and forth. So he ended up taking the base later on, and I was like, you know what, he can have it. Just because I was not gonna I was not gonna spend more troops trying to take over that. So I just let him have him, and I was getting prepared to go attack. I told TJ to try to guard, like watch my second base, and he said okay. So I was ready. I was already like moving my troops around the map when I get your base is being attacked by an enemy, and I go in the middle and he's attacking my second main base, and TJ's trying to hold him off, but like he's losing. So I go send my troops over there, and then they fight, and I always lose so many troops, probably because I don't position them well, because I know like Kodiaks and some other vehicles can attack from long range. So I try to do that, but like it didn't work out. So but I ended up winning the fight. I repelled against him, and he came at me again and again and again. Eventually, my eventually I could not take him on. I just he took the base, my second base, so I was down to one base only. So there was no way I could even launch an attack. But like I just wanted to launch one. I was like I need to gain something because I just can't be with one base. You know I'm gonna lose. Oh, and this is the base I'm talking about, like the second one that got taken over. Um, like I'm scouting the area to see if he has something there. And he did have something. He had like two choppers, and I tried taking them out, but my snipers were not shooting, so I ended up getting them closer, but they started getting wrecked. So yeah, um, but yeah, so he started yeah, so like I was like I need to like attack him, right? Attack the other guy. So like I started getting my army ready, and this time it was taking me a little bit more because since he took two bases, I lost a bunch of resources. So I wasn't getting resources as fast as I was. So I was like, I was getting ready, and then just when I was about to leave again, TJ starts getting attacked. So TJ's trying to defend his own base, right? And he had like three bases, and then when he couldn't protect one of them because he didn't get there kind of fast enough. So he lost one base, and then he took it back. But while since he was fighting his own battle over there, he could not help me. And then the guy started attacking my main base, like my last base, with everything he had, his like commander points and everything. He was attacking me with everything, and I was like, oh no, right? So I started fighting, but I didn't but yeah. So I fought and I repelled against him, and I had 20 units, and then he destroyed one of my buildings actually from my base, and I was trying to repair it, and then I realized like I couldn't create enough troops in time because I didn't have enough resources. So I was just making marines and stuff so I can't be defenseless, and it was just kind of a waiting game. I was like, man, I need to get more resources, and asked CJ for help with resources, and he gave me some. And then I was trying to build up again, but he came at me again, this time faster because since he has more bases and he captured two of mine, he oh yeah, he was attacking them with goshawks. I was like, wow. But yeah, my ally was actually doing a lot of work. I was like what I wanted to do was I was preparing a massive army to go attack the other guy because he's attacking like his mini bases, and I wanted to attack his main base, take him out once and for all. So that's why I wasn't really helping out, but I tried helping out. See, I'm pretty sure I sent a Mac Blast or something. Um, but as I was saying, so yeah, so the guy finally came at me with the last army. He had like a bunch of hunters, like choppers, brutes, um, and the other. I've only played the Covenant once in this game, so I don't really know the vehicles that they have. But he was attacking me with a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. Here's me trying to building up my army. But yeah, so he had a lot of stuff, and oh yeah, sorry if you hear that. It's like my chair's kind of squeaky a lot. That's actually yeah, it's pretty squeaky. Um, but yeah, so he finally attacked me with everything, and there was no way I was defending myself. But so my last units fought till the end, and then they put up a pretty good fight. He lost a lot of troops. I'm pretty sure he only had like 10 left, but those 10 obviously survived the fight, and they would destroy my base. And I was trying to make my base was already really weak because the previous attacks, so I was trying to build up like scorpions and stuff, but they destroyed the base before they can even get out. So I had one mini like the base that was in the corner, like the one slot base, and I can only produce marines from that. So I was basically screwed. So I tried like one of these bases, yeah. So I tried like getting like a couple marines. Yes, I ended up trying to get a couple marines, and they started fighting towards them, but they couldn't. There was no way they were gonna win. So I ended up getting destroyed. So I lost, and then TJ was out there fighting two fronts basically. Once he was trying to fight the other guy, and then now that I was not there, the one with the Covenant faction could focus his full attention on TJ. So then all I saw was like I was looking through TJ, and all I saw was two massive armies with the Unity and Covenant just attacking his bases, and he could not do anything. So he just kind of just waited it out, and then we lost. And then yeah, that was kind of a big story. like the intense game. That match lasts 72 minutes, by the way, guys. 72 minutes. That's a pretty long match. That's yeah, and it was like the match ended like at 3 a.m. in the morning or something, and had football practice. Oh yeah. Also, guys, I just want to say if you reach it this far, I'm gonna explain some things. I have football camp from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. So it's basically kind of like a school day, and it's only for 2 weeks, and I missed the previous 2 days. The first day because I overslept just because I sit up that late trying to play Halo Wars, and then today I just couldn't go because of some reasons. But that's basically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week. I'm gonna be gone for that long, so I'm gonna upload videos like late at night probably. So that's why I've been uploading kind of late too, because I've had things to do, and and then next week I have regular practice, I think, so from like 8 to 10 or 8 to 12, and yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like yeah, it's just a little reason why I kind of upload late and stuff. But yeah, so right now we don't have that much left. Actually, talk for like 17 minutes now, or 16 minutes. Right now it's at the 16-minute mark on the video, so you know that's good. But I don't know if I have anything else to say. Some involving my Halo Wars. I already kind of gave my impressions. I really love this game. Can't wait for this game to come out. I'm gonna get on the console obviously because my laptop cannot run this. I mean, yeah, I can't. It can barely run the Napoleon. No, it can run Empire Total War kind of fine with everything on low, but it has a hard time running Darth mod, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't played Empire Total War because I really grinded that game. I I think if I checked on Steam, I have like 122 hours logged in, and that's because I played I played as Spain, and I reached my goal, right? So and if you guys don't know what Empire Total War is, it's basically kind of like it's the people that made Halo Wars 2 are the people that make the Total War games, and it's basically like an RTS. Um, yeah, an RTS, and it's kind of like a top. It's kind of like Halo Wars, right? So and like let's say in the Empire Total War, because there's the different games. So Empire Total War, you can choose. It takes place between the 1700s all the way till 1800. So from 1700 all the way till 1800. So that's a time period where it takes place, right? So muskets and horse cavalry charges and stuff like that. And then Napoleon Total War takes place between 1800 and 1900. So better muskets, and then more advanced weapons. There's actually a World War One mod in Napoleon Total War, and I have it, and I played it, and I love it. That's the reason why I got Napoleon Total War, just to play the World War One mod, the Great War mod. But yeah, so Empire Total War. So yeah, so you basically choose a country that existed at the time, and I chose Spain. And basically, it gives you like a little campaign to do. Like you have to control 32 regions, right? So basically, regions. So okay, let's say Spain has just one. Okay, because Empire Total War it's the whole world basically. Like it has Europe, North America, um, the Middle East, India. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think it has Africa, but yeah. So it has a lot of regions. So the map isn't that detailed, but like each country basically has like two regions, and you have to control 32, and it tells you what regions to control. But I ended up taking over the whole Europe. I controlled the whole Europe, and then in North America, I was fighting a war against the Indians. I forgot what, because the Indians have a faction over there too. I forgot what. I think the Iroquois Confederacy or something like that. And I was trying to take Florida back because they took over it, and it said I won, so I won the campaign. So I stopped playing it because there was kind of no point. And I tried to start. I forgot what mod I installed, but I tried playing as Mexico as a faction, and I started kind of get into it, but I did some bad choices, and then I kind of got bored because I really grinded for my Spain campaign that I kind of didn't want to grind it again. And then for the Great War mod, right? So I could not finish my campaign. Basically, the Great War mod, it takes place between 1914 to 1918, but you can go a little bit ahead. Like in my last time I checked, I was in the year like 1923 or something. But anyway, so like, oh yeah, and then in the Empire Total War, you have to like make sure you have a good economy, and then make sure your population is happy, because if they're not happy, they're gonna start a revolution against you, and that's bad. Um, but yeah, so in the Great War mod, I was playing the Spain again, and I was with the Allies. I was fighting against the Central Power, so that's basically Germany, or the German Empire, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. No, not Italy. Wait, no, yeah, yeah, my bad. I'm kind of stuttering. So German Empire, Austria, Hungary, and the Ottomans. Yeah, there you go. So I was fighting that, and this map is more detailed just because it only has Europe in it, and there's no, yeah, it only has Europe, so it's really like detailed, right? So like each country has like 6 different regions and stuff like that, right? So we were trying to take over, right? So I basically took over Germany. I basically no, I won. So I beat World War One basically by 1919, I think. So just a little bit a year after the war actually ended in history. But yeah, so towards the end, France betrayed me, and it was really, just it betrayed me, and I was so mad because I didn't have enough resources to fight France, because France had a lot of regions, and I was not about to go fight them again. So yeah, and look at this, guys, right? So I'm about to go fight this guy. This is the final charge, right? Basically, I prepared the whole game just for this moment. So I basically have my whole army going towards this guy's main base, while my allies been taking out the other guy's base. I'm taking over his main base, right? So I'm sending my troops down. Wait, have I started sending my troops down? Yeah, there they are. So look, I'm sending down everything I have, right? That's 80 units. Oh, actually, that's 72 units, just because they took down my 2 snipers. But yeah. So I'm sending down this whole thing, right? And I was like, yes, finally, right? And oh yeah, like he had like a siege tower, so they were like kind of destroying my army, and I didn't know why. I was like, where are they shooting me from? But I later realized it. And I moved my troops. But just take a look at this. I'm not even gonna talk, guys. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy what happened. I'm gonna like, yeah. I'm just gonna kind of stay quiet, just to kind of explain what was happening. So this is my final chart. Like, this is supposed to be the epic battle, right? Like the dramatic ending to a movie, or whatever you want to call it. So it was supposed to be like the final fight, and this just happens. Like, hold on. I send in my vultures first and my hornets, and then I move in. I start moving in the rest of my troops. My troops, everybody. So they're fighting, and they don't even have that much. They don't have anybody defending the base, only the turrets. So I'm like, I'm destroying them, right? And I'm about to like use my, yeah. I was like I think I was about to place on a turret. Yeah. See, I started using my powers, my commander powers, or whatever you want to call them. And I was gonna send in a pelican, no, not a pelican, an ODST. And look at that, I don't know where it just says defeat. I don't know where it just says defeat, right? And I was so confused. And then look, if you look, it says red team victorious, but it was like I didn't look at that when I was just so curious, right? So I messaged my ally. I was like, what happened? And then he ends up telling me that he was still in the game and stuff. So I don't know what happened with my game, but that was basically it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this long video. So this was Shady, and I'm out.